The Palm Beach Civic Association brings you Palm Beach TV, the island's only newscast. We're sponsored by the Fortin Foundation of Florida. Our mission is to inform town residents about the unique challenges of island life and to highlight the actions and achievements of our leaders and the dynamic people who live here. Now the news.
This is Palm Beach TV. I'm Wendy Rutledge. I'm standing here in front of the Paramount Building because, well, I work here, as does the entire staff of the Palm Beach Civic Association. And we're lucky enough to be able to wander these storied hallways every single workday. Well, now there is a proposal to give this nearly 100-year-old iconic building a major facelift, a proposal that is being met with some excitement and a fair bit of apprehension.
We think we have the opportunity here to renovate, to restore, and to revitalize the building with a new program and collection of uses that are consistent with what was there originally, but are reimagined for the way that people live today.
I think the intent of this project is to recapture the spirit of Joseph Urban's work. All three buildings share all sorts of details and bring back the jewel that it was.
Designed in 1926 by Joseph Urban, a contemporary of Addison Meisner, the Paramount Building was one of three spectacular Palm Beach structures built by the renowned architect, the other two being the Bath and Tennis Club and Mar-a-Lago.
The three of these iconic structures are designed around a semi-crescent shape with wings off to each side. And they will all have very similar details.
Back in the 1920s and 30s, the Paramount featured a 1,200-seat theater and hosted the darlings of Hollywood and Broadway. Through the decades, the building closed for long periods of time, for example, closing in 1968 and reopening again in 1970 as a classic movie house. By 1974, the Paramount was recognized on the National Registry of Historic Places, and in 1979, the Town of Palm Beach Landmarks Commission was formed, and the Paramount was one of the first buildings it landmarked. Then in 1980, it closed again, and since has morphed into the office retail complex it is today. A nearly 100-year-old lady who, according to its new owner, is showing her age.
We have worked diligently to come up with a project that is feasible, that could set the Paramount up for the next 100 years of success and restore it before it becomes any more blighted and becomes a liability to the town.
You can see that how that unsympathetic renovation ended up with a rabbit warren of spaces, little offices, a gathering space for the church in the lower right. It really is quite sad, and anybody that walks through there today, I think, will realize that it really is a shadow of what it once was.
Which brings us to the present time, where the new owners would like to revitalize this maze of office and retail space into a reimagined 21st century dining and entertainment attraction.
It is returning the functions that were always in the building since 1926. It has a performance space, it has restaurants, commercial, offices, and residential. The building had residential originally, 2 houses.
Starting with the theater, which would be redesigned from the grand 1,200-person seating space to a more intimate setting for 250. The courtyard would feature outdoor seating and strolling, and the upper rooftops would feature seating as well. A 2-story private club would be created on part of the ground floor, with a build-out currently underutilized space in the upper middle portion of the 2nd floor. And spruced-up retail would line the streets. As to this grand redesign of the iconic theater and existing adjacent retail, the Landmarks Preservation Commission is offering encouragement on the ambitious proposal.
We do want to try and work with this. As I said before, we're not always so lucky that somebody's willing to take on this project, so hopefully we have a great outcome.
Here's where the plan really stalls out: what to do with this huge parking lot adjacent to the Paramount Building. Early plans call for the building of some very large-scale homes, 4 of them, densely packed onto this parking space, and a 2-story parking garage beneath those homes.
We're proposing 4 houses with a total of about 30,000 square feet each. They average about 7,500 square feet each. And of course, the idea behind this residential development is that it does help to raise funds to fund the theater development.
Putting aside the fundraising aspect of these spec homes, it was the large scale of the envisioned houses that drew sharp criticism from a variety of Palm Beach voices.
When I look at the new buildings, they have so many problems, mostly scale. I mean, real misunderstanding of scale. It's way too big. Every element is too big.
It diminishes, the residential portion diminishes the prominence of the Paramount Theater. In size, massing, height, and square footage, it is too large. These projects are turning these commercial districts into mini cities within our small town, and it is detrimental to the residential way of life.
The massing, it's just too tall.
The proposed application for review and approval of the redesign of the Paramount Building and new construction in the parking lot area calls for no less than 20 variances, as it is currently envisioned. While the Commission embraced the renovation concepts for the building itself, it requested the team go back to the drawing board to create smaller, more scaled-down plans for the parking lot. Meantime, Mr. Werner's assertion that he needed to build the spec houses to fund the Paramount renovation was met with discussion that a significant tax abatement would ease the funding pain, an idea to be considered down the road, along with Plan B, when the Commission revisits this proposal next month.
We're rooting for you.
That wraps it up for us. Thank you so much for watching, and you can catch us anytime on social media or our website. And we'll see you next time right here on Palm Beach TV, a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association.
Palm Beach TV is a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association. We thank our sponsor, the Fortin Foundation of Florida, and encourage you, our viewers, to let us know how we can provide news coverage that best serves our members and residents.